everybody. I just put all my starts out. I have 2 trays left down here from yesterday. I went and put a bunch of broccoli and cauliflower inside my little makeshift netting. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but oh my gosh. Okay, I just had to walk out of the garden here. There are so many mosquitoes right now in there. I'm gonna have to go spray myself down. I'm watching them just swarm everywhere. So I'm gonna go inside real quick, spray myself down with some essential oil sprays. It's been 20 minutes. I took all my starts in. These are hardened off a couple weeks ago, so they should be fine. This is some lettuce, so. And then my ginger. We're gonna leave this stuff out because they've already acclimated. And I have them all back here on the shelf. 20 minutes. I know it seems like a bit to do it that way, but I'm ensuring it to not get sun scald. I left them out for the first time a little too much, and this is what happened. I'm sure it'll be fine. The rest of the plants look pretty green. The peppers look fine. It's just a few of the tomatoes got a little burnt, so we're just gonna pay a little more attention to that. Hi, Big Black. Hi. Yep. Here you go. Get the morning milk. Hi, baby. Hey, where's everybody else at? Hey, Cindy, you need your belly rubbed this morning? You need your belly rubbed? Huh? And get your belly. There it is. There it is. Oh my. Hi, baby. There he is. Hey, Big Black. Doing good? Keeping weight on you? He had dental surgery and he needs to keep eating and keep some weight on him. There's Dai. Come here, Dai. Hi. Hi. Yeah. How's it going? Well, good morning. She always has to roll around on everything. Don't you, girl? Yep. Hey, everybody. Hi, Big Black. Hi, buddy. Well, come on, Dai. Come on. Let's go. Let's get up. Come on, baby. Yeah. Alright, so here's my dilemma, guys. These 4 beds, they're going to be taken out. They're going to be replaced with the 4x12s. I wasn't going to do it because I wanted a wider area right here, which you'll see in the garden expansion video. Are going to go back in the new spot. I have to get my brassicas in. This high tunnel or hoop house is basically going to go all the way right into the end of this bed right here. So the only place I have right now currently is to plant them there, which I want to do. Set up another little makeshift netting area. These are the tough garden decisions that have to be made. All right, this is what we have going on. Cauliflower, broccoli, cauliflower, broccoli, cauliflower. Might have to, looks like might have to squish these in a little bit. I know there's weeds in here. We're going to go get rid of all the weeds, get these planted. Like I said, I only have about an hour and a half. I think before I even try to tackle this, just in case, I don't want to stop in between. I'm going to dismantle all of the trellising here and the T-post because the tomatoes will in the new beds go. I'm going to use 3 of these beds, go in those. So this is going to be cabbage this year, and it'll be a little bit easier probably just to cover this up as well. So I'm going to go and get this tackled, and then we'll start planting that. All right, so just trying to work my soil. My soil, I mean, you don't even need a shovel. It's so loose. It's so nice. Some of my cabbages here are a little weak and spindly, but what I'm going to do is just, that's a good little root system. I'm going to separate these, and I'll plug them down. And you could see the stem here. I'm going to go kind of deep with it just because they are quite weak. And then that way they won't break in the wind. And then this will end up growing up. So I'm going to do 6 right now. I'm going to save some and plant it in the high tunnel. It's a hoop house. I keep calling it a high tunnel. So I'm going to put 6 here, and then at the rest of this bed, I'm going to put in some rutabagas. I just remembered I have to have a spot for rutabagas. I got the 6 cabbages planted here, covered them up. These are actually meant to put on a table. So if you're having a summer cookout, it keeps the bugs off plants, but I've realized they work really well for what I'm using them for. So as soon as I get my rutabagas, they're going to be from seed. I'll plant all the rutabaga seeds out. I will just go and, I got so much extra of that conduit. I'm just going to go and make some hoops, and we will cover this with a netting as well. And now it is on to my cabbage and broccoli. We're going to go through and clean this bed up and get them planted as well. All right, I just stepped back inside for a little bit, and I decided I'm going to, because I was going to grab my rutabaga seeds to plant, I've got some beans, cucumbers, peas, radishes, zucchinis. I have a couple, my spinach seeds did not germinate, so I'm going to go through and plug some of those in as well. And I keep all my seeds in these. They're just photo cases is what they're called. And you just can label, organize how you like, and they fit if I just open my rutabagas up real quick, and you can see how they just fit a packet of seeds in there pretty nicely. And if a packet does open up, which they have, they stay in here, so you can plant a bunch of mystery plants, if you will. Well, this is a shame. This whole little setup, I didn't stake it in, and it's quite windy today. It blew and crushed a couple of my broccoli and cauliflowers. So, you know what? I've got more. That's why I start more. It's a shame, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to have to go and replace a couple of these. But I brought my bag down, so let's clean up along here and along this edge, and we'll plant some. I did 3 rows, 5 each, of my rutabagas. Over here I always plant squash, so I thought I'd try a different squash. I'm not the biggest squash fan, just baking with it or eating it raw. So there's these new round zucchinis I found, so we're going to try those and see how they fare. What didn't fare was my little makeshift hoop that I had my netting on. So what I did is I just pounded some stakes in. They're short right now, so it's fine. We got this other side covered. This wind is just a little too crazy today. So for the next few days until I can get a better setup, this is what we're looking at for that. You never know what's going to happen in the garden. You're going to have to always just roll with the punches, I guess. As far as everything else, you guys, I got a lot done in here. I had to do a last minute errand run, and now it is approaching the time where it's supper time. So we are going to pick some stuff up. At least the sun isn't out right now. gonna get all this cleaned up and then get back at her probably tomorrow. All right, from my garden to yours, happy growing.